Hello and welcome to Bonsai Calmness. It's beautiful weather. As you can see, the sun is shining, and it's the 5th of March now, so it's pretty early in spring. And normally I don't start repotting now, but I bought a Japanese quince last year, and I can see it's already starting to bud out, so I'm thinking about repotting it today, and maybe give you a little update also. I can talk about that when I'm repotting, but we had a very harsh winter this year, so yeah, that was not so great, but I will make the best of it this year. So I will just show you the tree. It's in the ground, and I will take it up and do a repot, because I like to use my own soil mix, so I better control my trees during the season. So I'll just take you to the tree. It's over here. It's standing right behind the other trees here. And I don't know if you can see that it's already starting to bud out. So they're very quick, and must be some of the first trees to bud out in spring. Before I start repotting, I will just show you that even though I don't have hundreds of trees, I have this repotting book here. So last year in 2025 I knew which trees I repotted there, and now it's 2026 and I got the trees here I have to repot this year, so I don't have to remember all the time, has it been 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or and so on. So I think it's a great idea to have a little notebook where you can keep a sort of calendar on your reports. So just an idea I will pass along to you. So I'm not getting younger either, so it keeps harder to remember it all, but that's another side of it. Here the tree is, a nice little shohan with a good amount of roots. It came in this pot here, a plastic training pot, which I can use for another tree this year. So always a pleasure to get it out of these ugly plastic pots. So my choice was that I would use this pot here. I really love these glazes. I really love this turquoise, and it's a beautiful pot. That was my original choice. But I think it will be too small, too fast. So I have this pot here instead. It's also with the same glaze, but the color is a little bit more greenish. Still a little bit of turquoise. I think this pot will suit the tree much better, because I already have a good crown and it will be too huge in this pot. So I will just prepare the pot. That's always the first thing I do, and I have already cut out a mesh here. I think it's easier just to use a mesh like this instead of 4 small ones. And then I'll just put a couple of wires through. I'm not using 3 wires like many do. I found that it's not necessary. 2 is enough. So I'll just take the next one and bend it exactly the same. Yeah. Then make sure that it's tight here in the bottom. Or else, when you have your trees on the shelf, you can see the wire beneath too much. Like that. And then I will just use a little bit of pumice in the bottom here for drainage. Okay, so now the pot here is ready for a little pumice. Just a thin layer in the bottom here. Dejligt.
Det er så dejligt.
think this soil mix here is Academa pumice and maybe some lava rock. But for my liking, it dries out too fast in the summer. I got some big roots here popping out. Don't like that. Don't know if you can see this big thick root. I actually like to use a little bit of regular garden soil in my mix for several reasons. First of all, young trees like to have all these nutrients there are in the garden soil. And then I don't have to buy all these products which is sold in the bonsai community. I'm a little bit against using or spending money on everything when you can use a solution that gives the same benefits and it's much cheaper, and at the same time I don't like when my trees dry out too fast. I have 2 jobs in the summer season, so I don't have time to water 3 or 4 times a day. It simply it will go from being a fun hobby to be a project, and that's not what I want with this hobby here. I want it to be as joyful as possible and as little stressful as possible. I have a bucket of water here beside me. I think I will just try to... I'm not going after getting all of the soil out, but as much as possible. And in the new pot I want as many roots as possible, because as I said, it's my first year with this tree and I don't know these species, so I don't know how it will react if I was to cut too many roots off. But as it is now, it won't fit in the pot, so I know I have to take some off. I'll just try to dip it in the water, and we can always turn it into a long debate when it comes to soil, but I know what works for my trees and my temper, if you can say that. I know the professionals always talk about never using organic soil in their soil mix, and I will not argue with that because they know what they're talking about. But we all have to find our way and find out what works for us and our trees. I think it's very thick this way, so if I can reduce a little bit in the bottom here, I think that will be a good thing. So now it's flattened a little bit more. Let's try and see. It's still pretty high, I think. I think that's enough. I'm not going all in like Nigel Saunders. It will be too much, I think. So now it's ready for the pot. Just put a very thin layer in the bottom here, and then I'll make a little mount here in the middle. Let's see. I know it's a round pot, but I just want to remember which was the front. I think it was here, like this, from here. Anyway, it's a round pot, so I will just squeeze it in. And when it's a round pot, I actually really like when the tree is exactly in the middle of the pot. Like that. Yes. And then you always have to remember which is which, yeah. It's this one crossing over here. Pull and twist, pull and twist. It's actually with this one secure. It's pretty secure. I don't need the other one, but just in case. So you can see it's under this root here, so I don't have to look at it the next 2 or 3 seasons. And then I'll just give it a little bit of root boost. Like that. And then I'll fill some more soil in. This soil mix I use is 35% Academia, 35% humus, and 30% organic soil. I think I will experiment with going up to 40, 40, and 20. And with my palmatums, I will try to go up to maybe, I only use 15% organic, just to see if it's better for the trees, because liaisons don't like wet feed. And we had this very harsh, cold, we had frost in 5 or 6 weeks in a row, and a lot of snow. So when the snow melted, the pots were so wet. But in these small pots, I like the idea of using this amount of organic soil, so they don't dry out very, very fast in the heat in the summer. That stresses me. So now it's ready for some water. It's a beautiful pot. Beautiful. Just a reminder, when you have used this for the soil, remember to clean it off. Afterwards, wash it with soap and water. So now it's only the last thing here. Some water, and then it's ready for the season. And you can see here my very expensive watering can. think it looks pretty cool now. This pot suits it so well, and when it gets the red flowers, it will look amazing. Beautiful. Love this pot. I really love contrast from the pot to the tree. So that's it for today. It was nice to make a video again. It has been 16 weeks, I think. So, as always, happy bonsai journey.